It is a strange and beautiful thing when a car manages to pull you into its orbit before you have even touched the steering wheel. When its presence alone demands you stop and reimagine what you thought you knew about an automaker, a segment, a nameplate. That is precisely what the 2026 Lincoln Corsair SUV does. Cloaked in an elegant shade of gray, neither muted nor flashy, but alive in the way it seems to shift under changing light, the Corsair feels like the rebirth of an old soul with new conviction. You look at it, and suddenly the air feels different, as though Lincoln has whispered into the future and pulled back something daring, something we have not seen before. It is not just another luxury crossover the market bloated with. It is a statement, a design philosophy sculpted into form. And for the first time in a long time, the Corsair carries itself not as the quiet neighbor, but as the one who has discovered a voice worth raising. When you stand before it, you are not just looking at another SUV painted gray. You are looking at something that feels alive. The lines do not shout for attention, but they guide your eyes as though telling a story etched into steel. The way the headlights bleed into the grille, as if sculpted by flowing water rather than human hands. The roofline that seems impossibly sleek for a vehicle in this class. The stance that plants itself firmly to the earth while still giving off an aura of elegance. This design is unlike anything that has worn the Corsair badge before. It is a design we have never seen, but instantly it feels right, as if this is what the Corsair was always meant to be. It is rare to encounter such balance, where tradition nods respectfully in the background, but the future steps into the room wearing something no one else has dared to try. This SUV does that with a confidence that is infectious, making you want to touch, drive, and understand it more deeply. From the very first glance, you know Lincoln is not content with being the polite alternative anymore. This gray Corsair has a new attitude. The designers did not want to mimic Germany, nor shadow the Japanese, nor follow Detroit's brute force formula. Instead, they have sculpted something original, something unmistakably American in its presence, but refined with a global eye. You could park it in Monaco, and it would not look out of place. You could roll it through Manhattan, and it would not get lost in the skyscraper glow. You could take it deep into the American heartland, and it would look as though it belonged to the soil. That is the quiet brilliance of this design. It transcends categories and geography. It feels universal without feeling anonymous. As you circle it, that gray paint becomes an accomplice to its ambition. In shadow, it looks like raw steel, muscular and industrial. In light, it gleams with subtle sophistication, almost pearlescent, shimmering like a storm cloud before it breaks. This duality is not accidental. It is part of what makes this Corsair so different. It does not just sit on your driveway, it changes with the world around it, reflecting mood, weather, and environment. It almost feels alive, reminding you that cars at their best are not machines, but companions. Step inside, and you realize Lincoln has poured its soul into the cabin, reinventing what quiet luxury means in 2026. Gone are the days when a Corsair was content with being a second-tier offering. This interior is unapologetically premium. The gray exterior sets the tone, but inside, it is as though you are entering a sanctuary. Soft touch surfaces cascade across the dashboard like flowing fabric, interrupted only by delicate accents that catch the light like jewelry. The seats do not just welcome you, they embrace you. Swaddled in leather so finely stitched it feels almost artisanal. Even the stitching itself becomes part of the storytelling, symmetrical yet expressive, giving the cabin a handcrafted aura in an age when automation often strips away character.